Hi guys! Today we're going to be going over some lip liner basics. Some different ways you can use lip liner. I'll be demonstrating like using it versus not using it with various lipstick combinations. So it should be fun. If you're new here, hello, welcome. My name is Julia. I like to put together some makeup and skincare videos. So if you find this to be useful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. All right, let's get started with one of my favorite things for lip liner. I recently purchased a brand new one because my old one was, well, it was getting kind of old and a little weird near the end of its useful life. So I have purchased a brand new clear lip liner from Urban Decay. Now I know it looks fairly white, but it actually goes on clear. And I find this to be tremendously useful. As you can see, no color comes off. I love this because I don't want to have a bazillion different lip liners, or at least one to match the different shades of lipstick, because I don't always wear just 2 or 3 different colors. I'll have like a couple that I like for an everyday, and then a couple that I'll like for going out. But sometimes, like for holidays, or just you're in a mood, you're using a different color, or different seasons, I like to use different colors of lipstick. I don't want to have to get a different lip liner for them all. So if you use a clear one, you can use this with any version of lipstick. And really the benefit you're getting from a clear one is it will help prevent bleeding and help keep the lipstick in place. So if you're trying to make your lips look bigger or get some of the other benefits you can get from a lip liner, you don't get those at all from a clear one. But if all you're looking for is to help keep your lipstick from migrating, getting outside the lines, from feathering, bleeding, a clear lip liner is a wonderful thing to have in your makeup kit. Next, we're going to be trying out a lip kit that I got from Sephora, the Rare Beauty. It was a cute little combination where they give you a mini lipstick and a little mini lip liner. So checking those out. So here's the lipstick first. So it's a nice kind of rosy, everyday, like your lips but better sort of shade. This shade is called Humble. And then it came with a little mini lip liner in the same shade. This is also Humble. So this is retractable. So one of the nice things people like about, the retractable ones is they're a little easier to use. You don't have to worry about having a sharpener. But with the retractable ones, you can get oxygen inside the entire tube, so that'll cause it to dry out faster. So this is a mini. I don't mind that as much when it's smaller, because you're likely to go through it within enough time that the lip liner will still be fresh and creamy enough to use. But if you do find yourself using your lip liner kind of intermittently, you don't always put it on, then you're definitely going to want a pencil that you have to sharpen manually. I know that kind of drives some people crazy, but the wood against the actual product keeps it fresh, keeps it from drying out, so it's going to be shelf stable. So it's going to last a lot longer. All right, so let's try this out where we have a lipstick and a lip liner in the exact same shade. Now I'm going to try like overlining just a touch, just to kind of, you can see I don't have a lot to work with. The lips are small, so one of the things people really like about lip liner is it makes it a little easier to kind of go outside the lines and, enhance your lip shape a little bit. So I'll be doing half of my lips with the lip liner and then the other half without, so you can kind of see the difference of when you are and when you're not using the lip liner. So we'll start on my left side with using the lip liner. And I'm not going to go too crazy, we're just going to go like slightly outside the line. Just help myself out a little bit. So as you can see on one side, there's just a little bit more, it looks like, but it's not too crazy. So we haven't exaggerated to the point where people I see who see me on a regular basis won't be like, what happened? It'll just look a little nicer. And now we'll go on with the lipstick. So one thing that's really nice about using a lip liner is after you've done the more precision outline, you can just sort of go in with it's a lot larger than your pencil, right? So it's a little larger, a little more chunky. You can just sort of go in there, swipe it on the actual lip portion, and it's just a little easier to apply. Now I'm going to try to slightly overline just to try to get the same effect, but only using lipstick without using a lip liner. And it's usually more challenging. This is a pretty new lipstick, so it's got a nice point. But when you've been using your lipstick for a while and it's more of a rounded edge, this can really be challenging. And yeah, I'm having a hard time because the lipstick itself kind of gets in the way of you being able to see, especially on the lower lip. So I'm having a hard time trying to get, the extra enhancement a little bit outside the line. Yeah, I feel like on the side where I did use the lip liner, it just looks a little cleaner. The edge isn't quite as kind of wobbly, I think is the right word. Like I could probably go a little more, but I'm always nervous to go a little too far, and then it's hard to walk it back. I don't know, it went a lot faster using a lip liner, that's for sure. Yeah, see, I tried to go outside the line a little bit, and it's just a little feathered on the edge. It's just not quite as clean of a look. So yeah, that's one of the advantages of using a lip liner. Even if it's the exact same shade, is you can still get a crisper edge, you can go a little outside the lines more easily, and the application goes a little faster. Also, if you're interested in longevity, covering lip liner along your entire lip and then going over it with lipstick, the lipstick will wear off, but the lip liner is less likely to wear off because it's more matte. It's really kind of sticking to your lips a little bit more. So as you're talking, going about your day, and some of the lipstick is wearing down, if you have the liner underneath, you won't see your lips peeking through, and it'll look nicer for a little bit longer over the course of the day. All right, we have a clean slate once again. Now we'll be using one of my absolute favorite lip liners and one of my favorite lipsticks. Now the other thing that's popular to do and can create a really nice effect is if you use a slightly darker lip liner than your lipstick. This is the Mercier Plumberry. So it's a little darker than the shade we just used, and it's slightly darker than some of the other shades that I really enjoy using on a daily basis. I'm going to be pairing it today with the Lancome color Peut-être. So as you can see, get them up next to each other. Hopefully you can tell, but the lip liner itself is just slightly darker than the lipstick. So if you're trying to just do a subtle enhancement, the rule of thumb is you want the lip liner to be 2 shades darker. I have a hard time telling exactly how many shades something is, and these are different brands. So I just sort of eyeball it and I'm like, okay, it's like a little bit darker. So when you do this, you end up with the effect of your lips looking a little fuller. I know it's been popular lately, it's been popular before, but it's popular again to really use like a dark lip liner with your lipstick, or even just a dark lip liner and lip gloss, but I have a hard time with that. The furthest I will go is like the 1 or 2 shades darker with lip liner. But let's try this. Let's do one side on my left again with the lip liner, and then on my right side we'll do just the lipstick so you can see what kind of a difference there is. The other nice thing about a pencil is this is freshly sharpened, so we have a nice sharp tip. And again, we're going slightly outside the lines. And I really like a sharp tip because I have a fairly defined Cupid's bow, so it's really nice to be able to keep my natural lip shape while still, giving them a little extra boost. All right, and then since this is a little darker of a shade, we do want there to be a difference. So I wouldn't want in this case to use the lip liner to completely cover the lip and then put the color over it. I mean, you can do that if you'd like to darken the shade of your lipstick, because it's one way you can kind of play around with the color. If you don't have as many different lipsticks, but you want to make one a little darker, you can take like a darker lip liner, put that on, and then when you put the lighter lipstick over it, you're going to end up kind of darkening it. And that's not the effect we want. We want it to be different, so we're just doing the outline. And then the same thing here, I'm going to slightly overline on the right. And this is, a better example of a more well-worn lipstick, so you can see it's definitely a struggle to try to slightly overline in this situation without a lip liner. So there, even though I did a pretty good job getting it just as far outside on the right, I think you can tell like it still looks a little better on the left side. It's like it's a little more believable. I feel like this is slightly lighter of a shade, so you can tell like when it's over my actual skin, it does look like, you know, a knot on my lip, just because my skin is so much lighter than the lips themselves. And since this isn't a really dark color, it's just kind of a nice everyday color, it feels like you can't get away with that, you know? Like on this side, I can get away with, you know, making it look a little more is there. But on the right side, where I just use lipstick, I don't feel like I get away with that quite as much. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. All right, let's clean this up and move on to the next one. All right, so next I thought it would be fun to see what would happen if we took a lighter shade of lip liner and used it with that same lipstick. So here's the contrast. I don't know if you can really see, because the thing with this Patrick Ta lip liner is it's not even retractable. It's not like a twist. You push a button and then it pushes the product up. So I can't like push a bunch of it up to show you, because then it's like, so we'll just do a hand swatch real quick. So you can see the lip liner is lighter than the lipstick. Because they're lighter, I'm definitely not going to overline. I'm just going to use this as if I were trying to just increase the longevity and prevent feathering. If you're in a pinch and you wanted to wear a lipstick and all you had was a lighter lip liner, if you keep it like on your actual lip line and then put the lipstick, you don't want to go over it, because then, you know, the whole point of having the lip liner is it's sort of a barrier to prevent the lipstick from going up. So we can't do any enhancement, but we can see if we can at least help improve the longevity. And the same deal, I'll just do the lip liner on one side and then lipstick on the other, just to kind of see. If we are in a pinch, does this work? Yeah, I think even with the lighter color, it looks still a little sharper and a little bit nicer on the lip liner side. Of course, this isn't too dark of a lipstick. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think it works out if you do only have a lighter shade? I think you're okay. And you still get the benefit of having a lip liner to help prevent the feathering, especially as you age. Like if you're 22, this probably isn't an issue for you, but if you're, you know, 52 or something, it's definitely more of a problem. You notice when you have more lines around your lips, the lipstick likes to migrate. So lip liner becomes increasingly more important. All right, let's clear the slate for the next one. All right, next, I thought it would be fun to take my favorite lip liner, the Laura Mercier in Plumberry, and then just kind of do an outline of my lips and cover kind of most of the lips and then go over it with a gloss, just so you can kind of see that effect. Because sometimes it's nice just to take a lip liner, go over, you know it's gonna stay for quite a while, and then over the course of the day, you can keep reapplying your gloss. It's just a nice simple thing to do. Also, if you don't have a lot of lipsticks or lip liners, but you do have, in this case, a lip liner that's a little darker than your lipstick, it's kind of like adding another lipstick to your wardrobe. All right, now let's go on with the gloss. I'm using just a completely plain clear gloss. This is one of the ones from one of my gift sets. The Estee Lauder. Yeah, it's just Color Envy lip gloss in shade 000. It is completely clear. So I think that's a nice effect. It really doesn't look much different than wearing normal lipstick. Only you're nice and shiny. And then the gloss will wear away, but the lip liner does tend to stay there better than a lipstick would. It's a little more comfortable than a liquid lipstick, at least in my opinion, in my experience. All right, so let's clear this off and get to the final option. All right, so the final thing I wanted to discuss in terms of lip liner would be when you're wearing a really dark lipstick. I don't know if any of you saw my quest for the perfect red lipstick, but we did forego lip liner for all those videos, or those 2 videos, because we were trying all of those lipsticks, so many lipsticks. So I thought it would add just too much time to the quest, and also I wasn't trying to make it look perfect, I was just trying to find my perfect shade. So we will try a red lip liner with red lipstick, just to kind of demonstrate how much easier it makes the application process, especially with a dark shade. I do like to use a little lip liner. So we have the Givenchy shade 07. This is Framboise Velour. And then we have one of the Tom Ford lipsticks. This is a much darker red, so this isn't one of the ones that I featured in the Quest for the Perfect Red Lipstick video. If you're new here, I'll have that link down below. You should definitely check it out. We had a lot of fun trying all those different lipsticks. This is a really dark red, a little more vampy. So we'll do the same thing. On my left side, we'll do with the lip liner, and then on the right side, we'll do without. Alright, and now we'll go in with the lipstick. This is a mini, so it's a little easier to apply this than a full-size dark lipstick, but I think it's still pretty challenging, at least for me. Yeah, I feel like I ended up with a crisper line using the lip liner. I probably could have spent a little more time trying to get this right. On my left side. At the top, I think I did a pretty good job on the top part. Yeah, I feel like it's just a little more blurry on the right side, which if that's the look you're going for is fine. I love the blurred lip. I do enjoy that look, but sometimes, you want it to be like a little crisper, a little more precise. I think it also ends up looking a little darker, even though the liner isn't that much darker than the lipstick itself. Let me know if you have a preference. I know I certainly think it's a little easier to apply like your outline with the liner than it is to go in with just a lipstick. All right, so final thoughts. I think it can enhance your lips, help them to look a little larger if you're using lip liner versus just lipstick alone. So if you are looking to do that little cheat, you're definitely gonna want some lip liner. Also, if you just want to prevent feathering, you don't want to worry about like precise application, I love a clear lip liner. These are lovely. I really think everyone needs at least one. You can get a budget option. This one happens to be from Urban Decay, and I've found even the less expensive ones still work really well. They do tend to dry out faster, and the Urban Decay one, it'll last for a little bit longer. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next one.